Yin, Daria, and Kiko, and I am Raw Sky. Raw food saved my life, and I love connecting with people all over the world. And we've all come together from Europe, Japan, Australia, Malaysia, and Europe, of course. It's their party. So let's get started. Well, first off, thanks everyone for coming. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hi
everyone.
Sky for organizing.
You're welcome. I was going to start with Melodie. It's a mocktail party, and if we could show what we've bought today.
So, hello, I'm Melodie. I'm Hyro, following the medical medium lifestyle, and today I bring some stuff to make a mocktail. So I was thinking at first about a drink which is not a cocktail, but a bubble tea. Like all the trend with a bubble tea drink. And I was like, oh, I would like to make something inspired by it. And so I put in a glass raisins. So it would be better with blueberry or something more round. But I only add raisins, so I put raisin in it in the bottom. And after I have hibiscus tea, the hibiscus tea, which is very, very red. So I'm gonna show you all the process. So I will pour the hibiscus, very red.
Oh, it's a full party drink.
I love the color. I knew that I would put all on the floor, so I planned that. And also after I will put the orangey juice. So it's fresh orange juice, and a little decoration like mint. I only have one, but don't drown in it.
I love it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So, let's try it now. Wow, it's the first time I do it, but it's really, really good.
The
taste
amazing.
Yeah, maybe with something more sweet, maybe with like maple syrup or honey or something, whatever, sweet. But the orange, it's still a bit sweet. Yeah, it's very refreshing, like the acid taste. Yeah, I like it. It's a it's a win.
I love that. Also, I love the raisin idea because the raisins will fill with the liquid, like the boba.
Yeah.
Is that? I'm not a boba expert, but doesn't the boba tea pop? So these are better, I reckon, than blueberries because they will fill with the liquid.
Yeah, maybe it's better to have something dried. Yeah, so at the end you can just eat it like that, or I don't have this with a straw. You can also have it like that. Yeah, I think it's good. Could be good
cranberries.
Also
with, do dried cranberries. Anything dried. I love that.
That looks like a drink that I used to love. Cassis liqueur. I don't know if you guys. In France, I can find it easily, but in the States, I couldn't find it. Cassis. Maybe in Europe, it's more well known. In Japan, it's very popular. Cassis. So yeah. That looks exactly like the one that I used to order when I was drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I've been a fan of alcohol. I never really drank it in my life. I tried a bit, but I was like, how people can just drink that? Like a child, like that's good, and I never get used to it. Each try I was trying was like, that's not good. The taste is not good. Why I would continue to drink that? I don't want to drink that. So I only was the alcohol-free mocktail, stuff like that. So for me, it's like normal stuff.
Yeah, most of the time when I go to bar, I don't like alcohol. I never really enjoyed it, but I prefer ordering orange juice, and cassis was something like very, very sweet. And yeah, it's usually a social setting, but that looks so beautiful, Melody.
Thank you.
I love that. Can I ask, is the tea, because I know some people get like a powdered tea, was that like tea bags or tea leaves that you made the tea from?
It's the flower, so the hibiscus.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
not in a bag. Yeah, you just put the flowers in the water and yeah. So I let it quite long time because I wanted it to be cold, for the mocktail. So,
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll jump over to Daria. I'm not sure. I didn't ask how long you're staying today. So I will jump over to you. And yeah.
Sorry, who did you say? I'm sorry, I just couldn't hear it.
You, Daria.
Oh,
You're
is it me?
I didn't know
Okay.
how long you were staying. So you're
Okay,
up.
is it me or not? Okay, brilliant. Well, welcome, everyone. My name is Daria. I specialize in natural medicine. I'm currently doing my PhD research in natural medicine, pro-conscious natural medicine, and I've been raw on and off for about 10 years. Mainly high raw, but at the moment raw, so I've got my time on and off. And today I'm joining you with a traditional drink in Spain, which is called sangria.
I used to love sangria.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So it's obviously non-alcoholic version, because I don't drink alcohol. And it used to be my favorite drink when I came to Spain for the first time, long time ago, over 20 years ago, when I visited Spain for the first time. I loved it. I loved it. I didn't like alcohol, but this was the only drink that I was able to drink then with alcohol because it was sweet, it was citrusy, it was refreshing. So I thought I'd just make this one for today. It's not really a cocktail. It's more of, I don't know, it's a sangria. So the way I made it, because traditionally they use wine to make it. What I used hibiscus flowers to make it, just to get the color and get the taste. So just made a typical traditional hibiscus tea. I used the organic flowers from hibiscus and I cooled it down. And then I chopped anything possible. See, so the idea of sangria is to make a drink from leftovers. So whatever fruit you have in the house, and normally here in Andalusia, there's plenty of oranges, lemons. I also add apples and fresh herbs. Today I've added rosemary. And just basically dumped everything in it, left it for a couple of hours so it had time to infuse all these delicious flavors. And there we have a cocktail. And first time I actually used this type of glass, and I thought, this is so awesome. I think I'm going to make it more often and just enjoy it, just sitting outside and enjoy it in a beautiful, beautiful setting. So this is my cocktail for today.
Amazing. And the hibiscus again. And I love the color. And like, why not? You have like, I think half the like problem we need to solve is that, we're like, oh, I'll just grab a juice and we put it in our normal mason jar. But when you put it in a fancy jar, it literally locks into part of like party mode or like relaxing mode or spoil me mode, right?
It brings a different feeling. I'm sitting here holding it and I feel like, oh, that feels special. That feels like I'm slowing down a little. I'm taking time for myself. I'm looking after myself. I'm gifting to myself something special. And how often do we do that for ourselves? And it could be so simple as with just a drink. You just put it in a different jar and enjoy it differently. And I actually drink hibiscus every night. It's got... the reason why I do it, I because it really comes down the adrenals, and nowadays we all need a little bit of help with our adrenals to calm it down. So it's a wonderful flower with amazing properties.
I love that. We do. We need to take time for ourselves and like treat things like a ritual, you know, sitting in a bath with a cocktail glass, another song I could write there. But like it's like looking after yourself.
Yeah.
So all right. Thanks, Daria. Okay,
Cheers.
Wendy, how are you going? Cheers. Wendy, how are you going? Hang on. Yep.
Hi. Hey. Well, I'm good. My baby, on the other hand, is still screaming, so I most likely jump off after.
Oh, okay.
Here. So yeah, I'm doing great. The festival is starting in like 6 days. So actually I'm squeezing this in, you guys. I was just I'm just ready here for my cocktail. So what am I making for you? I got these really nice glasses and I wanted to make something that's called a spoon. Do you know what a spoon is?
No.
Okay, so spoon is something here in the Netherlands we call everything French kitchen, even if it's not French. And a spoon is a drink that you drink between meals to relax, calm down, take a moment to not eat in order to get to the next course.
Okay.
And this is usually made with champagne or some sort of bubbly drink and ice cream. And I like the ice cream where you have like stracciatella or something, where you have like raisins in it, or the one with pistachio where you have little pistachio in it. Now so I came up with that, and the flavor I want to make is mango flavor. So I blended here very sweet Palma mangoes that I prepared, and I made here a chia pudding just with some water. And here I got some leftover juice that you saw me drinking earlier.
Yeah.
What I added to this is lemon juice. So I added lemon to everything. And this is really important because when you add something bubbly, like I like to make water kefir. When you make water kefir and then you add like the lemon with something sweet, like the mango or the grape juice, then it creates this little bubbly feeling on your tongue. And I kind of like that. So we could take this jar actually, or you could take this nice one. I wanted to show you in the nice jar. So I'm going to put it like that. So I made my chia here. So we put the chia on the bottom. I think it turned out a little thicker than I wanted, but that's okay. You want it to be nice and firm. Oh, give me 1 second to blend it a little bit more because I noticed that it's not fully blended and then it doesn't come so nice. So I'll take you with to my blender for a second. So this is my blender. Oh, I told you last time, right? I got this from Australia.
Yeah, well, it must be sturdy.
Well, it's
is it fruity, is it?
Sorry?
Is it fruity? Is that the name?
No, it's from Fruity. Yeah, the name is Optimum. It's from Fruity. Yeah. I really like it. The motor engine, I don't know how you call it, that I have is so strong. I've been using this since 2017 and I'm multiple times a day. So I really I also asked them to be affiliated and get discounts because I keep telling people about it, but that's not because I really want to be with them, but that's because I really like my blender and people keep asking me.
And
So
and also it benefits them as well, because when people get it, you might have a discount for them.
yes, I got 10% discount, and twice a year they do something like 20%.
Oh, well, that's good.
Whenever anybody sees that, just give me a ping and you'll get I think the code is Wendy10 or something, but you need a link and a code, and then it works.
And then you unlock the discount.
Yes, and it works actually on all the products, not only this blender. I also got another one from them that actually now with Tineke. Tineke is my friend. She lives close by. She actually raw vegan now for just over a year, 100%, like super cool.
Wow, you're over there influencing big time.
Well, she's like, last time she came to the festival, she said, okay, I'm going to keep up a year. And now she done it. And she will be the chef because she's amazing with making recipes and a kitchen. Like, she's amazing. So she's a little shy, but she lost a lot of weight and she looks so beautiful. Like, every time you see her, she's like shining, and you can really see the difference now. It makes me so happy, and she's really happy as well with that.
Of course. So, amazing. So we've got the chia layer, we've got the ice cream layer, and this is the liquid layer.
Yeah, and then you put that on the top.
Wow.
And so there you go. Now I just use water because my kefir is not alive right now. But you're supposed to use the bubbly, and you can actually make this and then put it in the fridge until your guests come. And because you added more sugar to the kefir, it will start fermenting a little bit. So you will have really interesting flavors when you go with your spoon in, and you stir it around and you drink it. That's what I like about Kitchen, that you can make such different flavors together. And it's really interesting that you keep like, can I actually combine this? Wow, it's really interesting. What some taste. So that's what I like about this cocktail. And yeah, it's actually
amazing.
So it's more like a spoon or than a cocktail, but I really like it.
That's so interesting. So can I ask, so when they have this between meals, is it usually like, because to me, when something is to like make the stomach rest, to me that's like a bit of like it's got a bit of density to it. Are the spoons that people usually have as dense?
They have the ice cream, which is regular, like,
oh wow,
regular cow milk, sugar stuff. I personally think that I think my glass is actually too big. You should have the one that Melodie showed or Daria showed.
You've got a smoothie bowl.
They tend to come in long glasses, like the one of Melodie, like long high glasses. And you're supposed to keep space for bubbles. So let's imagine people going to dinner here starting at 6 with an aperitif, and then they stay there like 12, like midnight.
Yeah, right.
So it's more like a very long dinner party. And in these kind of places, you like all the meals are tiny. Like this is big. Like there's a meal, but it's not a meal. It's like 4 bites, and then there's the next course.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So in Australia, and I assume this comes from somewhere else in the world because we're a very new country, is we have like, not that I've done this in years, but have like a sorbet between meals to like cleanse the palate, like watermelon, or usually like it's like an icy lime. I actually, and Chef Yin's nodding, I actually think it might be, is it like from Asia, like that we've learnt that? I don't know where it's from, but I've had it at restaurants.
Yeah, it's a palate cleanser.
Yes.
So that it prepares you for the next course. You eat something and something, then after that you have like a sorbet, and it's usually like lemony, citrusy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like refreshing, but it's like what you said, it's just a few bites. It's not like a smoothie bowl.
It's
But it's raw vegans, they go all out.
Well, I think that it's supposed to be like a quarter of what I made, but you know.
You go, girl. You cleanse that body. You give that stomach a good rest with those.
And these spoons, I don't know, they usually have like bubbly wine in them. So they are usually like cow milk and alcohol. Like so but I like to recreate something different that's actually healthy.
Well, yeah, because then they numb the person so they can eat more on the next meal. That's just a theory, right? I wonder if they're called a spoon because they're the size of a spoon, but you've gone for a soup bowl.
A spoon with an M from mama on the end.
Oh, spoon. Oh, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Wendy.
Wendy, I have a question. Sorry. I have a question for Wendy because you were talking about the fruity. I'm just wondering, how does it compare to the Vitamix? Because I've seen like a very long time ago, like 10 years ago or something, I saw one of the raw chefs here in Malaysia. She's no longer raw, but she used to use a fruity as well. I'm using a Vitamix, but the Vitamix has some problems and it's leaking, and then it had some black oil coming out. So I need to get it fixed. I haven't yet, but I'm just wondering, like, in terms of a Vitamix versus the fruity, have you tried both, and what's the difference?
Actually, I have a Vitamix. I used it 3 times, and then I kind of put it in storage and lost it. So it's somewhere in storage. So the first thing that I noticed that, okay, this Vitamix my blender is from 2017. I got the Vitamix in 2019, and I don't know how old it is because I got it from somebody else. But what I noticed the difference is that the Vitamix makes way more noise than mine. And that's why I have this one. Also, this one I chose is like the top of the top from Fruity. So I have this really nice digital display with programs that once I got to know the program, it's like beep, 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 done. And I prefer that over having the 2 buttons where you do everything manually.
Yeah.
And then if you can see you can do a little bit different food. Like I noticed that mine is really a little bit more difficult side on the ice cream. You really need to thaw your ice, like your banana ice, a little bit before using it. And you cannot spin it too long because you'll notice that it'll get, like, you hear the sound and it starts to get warm. So you notice that then you have to stop blending. Of course, it's the same with the Vitamix, but I noticed that I see people like pushing it, and it just seems to be fine. I've never done that with mine because I think it needs more liquid for ice cream. On nut butters and cashew cream, it's doing just fine. Just blocks of ice, water, like regular water made ice, is doing just fine. But then when I had to compare the price when I bought it, I mean, it's like half of the price and it's doing the same thing. And I'm preferring it because of the noise. So yeah, you can compare this jug with the white jug of the Vitamix. If you have the smaller one that is smaller on the bottom, you know.
Yeah, mine's smaller.
For this one, like this one's better. Yeah. You see, mine's wider.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's a preference. I don't want to say anything bad about Vitamix, but I think this is the perfect option for all the people out there who are thinking this is good enough. And I'm using this thing. Like I'm using this 2-3 times a day. I've been using it since 2017, so we're now 8 years in, and the thing is still doing fine. I'm not noticing any problems. So for me, that's why I told them, hey guys, can you give people some discount because I think it's a good product. So if anybody wants to buy this, they also have like a cheaper model. I got that one too, and that one's with my friend Tineke. Like I said, I would definitely go for the upgrade and get the more expensive one. That you can also have like it's called a how do you call that? Like a soundproof cover, like really cool. It comes with then it makes even less noise. Yeah, I think that's super cool. Too much about the. I'm making marketing for them.
You are, but I have two quick questions now because Ruby's brought this up. Does it heat? Does it warm soup? So if I want to blend in winter and slightly warm, does it warm things? The fruity?
Yeah, it's actually also in the book that comes with, like, they really promote it for people also, even people not raw, to make like soup in it, like hot soups. I make my things a little warm in winter, like my pumpkin and my dressings. Yeah, not hot. I don't like that, but yeah, you can do it.
For sure. And that's something. Yeah. So Daria, as I said, she just has to go. I just wanted to bring that in. She's ducked off. She was only staying for a little bit. But I think the blender topic's always going to be a huge topic because, I mean, it's the first tool that I actually invested in. And I think as a raw vegan, I definitely don't think you need to start with one. You can still start without one. But like one of the things you're going to want to eventually get is like a decent blender. So it's like it's such a good topic, which we can always come back to. But before we go to Chef Yin, Ruby said, thanks for watching and for throwing these parties. She's watching from London. Thanks for joining us, Ruby.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Yin, did you want to go or are you still making something?
Yeah, sure, I can go. So, hi everyone. I'm raw chef Yin. I'm based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
You should put people up. Sorry, so people can see what you're doing. Sorry, guys.
No problem. I've been vegan since 2016. I'm high raw. Yeah, and today, okay, it was quite funny. Initially, when I read, I thought it said a drink, so I thought like I was going to make a slushy because I just got my Ninja Creamy and I wanted to make a slushy. And then when I saw the poster, I realized like, oh, it's mocktails. then I thought like, oh, okay. I remember that there was a mocktail ebook in one of the bundles. Then I actually wanted to try to make them, and I never got around to making it. So I said, okay, good. This is gonna, this is a good reason for me to try out one of the recipes. So this is from the ebook Mocktail Moments by Brianna. She goes by Love Brie Energy, and I decided to make the sparkling citrus sponge. Yeah, so. There you go.
Oh my gosh, wow, that looks like champagne.
Yeah, it's really pretty. So what I used Cara oranges. Yeah, I squeezed the juice from there. And then I used some grapefruit as well, grapefruit juice.
Oh, yum.
It's supposed to have some lime juice, but I don't have lime juice, so I didn't put that in. And then I used some sparkling water as well. And then I make my own date paste. So I put some date paste as a sweetener. And some ice cubes. And then I used to have a shaker, but I was hunting around for it and I couldn't find it. So I had this with me instead. So I put it in and I shook it. And then, and then after that I poured it all out. So yeah, this is my sparkling citrus sponge. Thanks to Love Brie Energy for her recipe, Mocktail Moments. Yes.
Amazing. Well, cheers. That looks fantastic. I love that everyone's bought something different. Like I really love that. Everyone's found something different. Everyone has inspired me to actually come offline tonight and go and buy like a set of like nice glasses so I can like down my apartment with fancy juice glasses. I think I need that. So yeah, thank you. Yeah. So Lila.
Hey.
Let me bring you up. Sorry
Hi.
for everyone before this. I forgot to bring people up.
Yeah, I was squeezing my eyes here, like, oh, I don't really see. Yeah. Well, I'm Lila. I'm from Finland, and I'm raw for almost 5 years now. Yeah. And today I made a green cocktail with anything healthy I usually drink in the morning. But today I combined all my morning drinks into one cocktail.
What an
So
idea.
this has celery juice, aloe vera, mint, green apples, and parsley. And it's really good.
That's such a great idea. What better way to start the day than to wake up, grab a cocktail glass, and put all your favorite tasty things in? That's
Without
totally up my alley.
alcohol.
No alcohol, but just be like, you don't need alcohol because that's going to give you like the
No
best
way.
feeling.
Yeah, I used to drink alcohol, as some of you might know. And I can guarantee this is like 1,000 times better than any drink I ever had.
Yeah, and you know it's all in the mind. So when I went to Bali, and you guys, I don't know whether you guys saw lots of the reels I posted. I went to a day bar with my sister and her partner, and I ordered a shot tray of it. There was a shot option. This is why I love Bali, right? Of coconut water, coconut shot, spinach shot, turmeric shot, and ginger shot. And I got my sister to film me dancing to the music, having the shots. And then I went into the pool and I was having fresh coconuts. And then I hit the dance floor and I was dancing nonstop for an hour and a half. And everyone else, all these like younger girls who were drinking, would come in and like bursts of energy and then crash because everyone's drinking. And I'm like buzzing off all the shot. You definitely don't need it.
Yeah.
So you could definitely do it without. So
Yeah.
thank you, Lilla. Okay,
Thank you.
Kiko, you're up. Hang on, let me bring you up before I forget.
Hi,
There you are.
everyone. Hi. Okay, so I'm Kiko. I have been high raw vegan, but this year I think it's been pretty much fully raw. Feeling really good. Today I had my weekly cafe and I just did something very quick. So I wish I had a nice cup, like, the cocktail of a wine glass, but I don't have any. So I have sort of like a Mexican glass. So this is, I don't know if you guys know, but it's a Japanese ginger called myoga. It's very refreshing. It's a, summer ginger. It's completely different. And I grow them in my garden. And the leaf itself smells really nice. So it's just as a decoration and nice aroma. And I also grow mint in my garden. So I don't know if you can see mint and mint flower.
Oh,
Try not to spill over my computer. And I have a very sweet golden pineapple. So with that and ginger and mint from my garden, I mix it up. And again, like the pineapple was very sweet. So yeah, I didn't have to add any sweetener. And then the ginger gives a nice kick out of it. So that's my drink.
cheers. I love it. Yes, I think after you get off, you can order it as well. We can both order glasses and be living the dream, the nutrient dream with our beautiful glasses. So let me bring myself up. It's my turn. Where's my drink? Oh, hang on. Let me just notice this drink definitely needs to be stirred. Shaken, not stirred. So let me do that. Okay, let me bring my drink up. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Sky. I've been raw vegan. I feel like I'm in I don't know what I'm doing. Like I've been I don't know, Alcoholic Anonymous. Like, hi, my name is Sky, but this is healthy. I have been raw vegan for 4 years. It saved my life. I love throwing these parties for reasons like this. Like we don't need to poison ourselves to celebrate. And this was so when I was growing up, anytime I did go out, I would order a drink called with apple juice, vanilla vodka. And that was my drink. So today I made apple juice, coconut water, and vanilla. And I called it a coconut vanilla apple martini. and I definitely need a nicer glass for this. But the flavor in this, I don't know why I don't do this more often. Like, this is why I love these parties. It gets me doing these things. It is so good. It's so refreshing. I've been sipping on it. And I think because, I don't know, maybe the vanilla makes it a little bit richer, but it's like with juice, usually I take bigger sips. But with this, I've just been like lightly sipping on it. So it's just, yeah, coconut water, apple juice, and vanilla extract. So yeah, that's my drink. And I think it's so cool that you don't have to like have alcohol to celebrate. In fact, just like my barley story, you can feel better without it.
It looks absolutely gorgeous and looks so good.
It was. I would love to, and I think everyone kind of mentioned it, but I thought we could each go around and share how we deal with whether we drunk in the past and how we deal now with social situations, because I know it's a huge one. This is why we do things like this, because you can make this or any of these drinks and take them to a social situation and feel more included. So if anyone, Melodie, you can start. And I know you said you don't drink, but what you do in social situations?
Usually I don't do complicated. I just ask people to give me something like orange juice, or I just to have a glass in my hand, and that's all. And I think now it's more kind of easy now, this kind of thing, because there is a lot of problems with alcohol and everything. So usually people have something with no alcohol for the people who don't want it, and yeah. But I don't do a lot of social event or I go to the one with people like you, so I know that it will not be a problem. Or like the festival, the Dutch Food Festival, this kind of thing where everybody is on the same page. And because I still feel a little bit like it's difficult to feel different, but I know it's very because of my stories and all the stuff that I have trouble to be in a group with people that are too different from me, because I feel bad, like I'm not normal, or there is something about that. And I know that I have still work to do with that emotionally, because it's one of the wounds that I have to heal. So yes, I'm not really going to social events, but when it happened, yeah, just go easy. I don't want to bother people also, so I just take something, and that's even water, don't care.
I like that. And thanks for opening up a bit there, because I think what I felt when I first healed and I went around social situations before even dealing with the social situation is I was so triggered because everyone was doing things around me which literally poisoned me my whole life. And it's very different now. But when I first, like, I'd been mostly in a bed, and everyone you're trying to show, like, this is the way, it will help you. And you're very raw and it's very fresh. And I really did find that I'm just watching all these people hurt themselves. And that's that I have, for me personally, has changed over time because everyone's on their journey and I'm not taking it so personal. But I know that everyone's in a different space at different times as well. But it's good you found things that work for you, like the Dutch Fruit Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you go to the raw food meetups?
You mean other ones?
Yeah, so Jamie Love throws, and each of us can do it. You can create the raw food meetup yourself in your area. It's like we all do it on 4 times a year. Have you ever gone to those?
No, I think there maybe have somewhere, but before, to be a nomad, I was living in countryside, and people in countryside are not really eating differently than the traditional way. In France, it's still yeah, still very rural, and so that was not this kind of thing. And I didn't find the occasion somewhere. Maybe I should do it myself when I'm in the close to a city with a lot of people and good work. Yeah, I should try. Maybe I will think about it.
Well, my theory was, I think I've been doing it for a year and a half now, is sometimes like I've always had about 5 to 7, I think 5 to 7 people show up, but a whole lot of, like, you can literally, there's people who just do it with like their vegetarian friend or even their meat eating friend, who for the day you just grab a friend. And anyone watching this, I will put Jamie's details below. I think the next one comes up on August the 28th. I think that's when it's coming up. So you just grab a friend if you want. I'm sure you do them, don't you? You do the raw food meetups?
Yes, I've hosted it 4 times last year and once this year. I think the next one is on August 10th, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, 10th. Okay, it really is coming up. I thought it was 28th.
Yeah, I think it's
I
10th.
really had the wrong dates.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't host it on the 10th because my partner is actually performing at the jazz festival. So I was looking forward to hosting that, but then I was like, oh, I think there's a clash. So he was like, oh, just ask them all to come for the jazz festival and we can have raw food there.
That's a great idea. That's a good social outing.
Yeah, except that the jazz festival, it's a bit expensive it's a ticketed event, whereas whenever I host my raw food events, it's always free. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of a cool one to do. Jamie seems to be a bit quiet about it these days, though. Last year she was really active, but this year she seems to be a bit more quiet. But yeah,
I think because Jamie isn't raw or high raw anymore, so I think she's still doing it. I think it's just her focus is in other areas now.
Yeah.
But hopefully it still continues, because it's so, as you said, you've got a free event. You just all I do is, and I don't over cater, because I always on the day have people not turn up. I usually make like a couple of dishes, but tell everyone, this is what I do. I tell everyone to bring their lunch and meet me at the local beach, because I live near a beach. Because I don't want to make it complicated in case I wake up and everyone's like, I can't come. And sometimes I feel like that, but then sometimes I get a whole lot of messages of people trying to find me. But so I do the same thing, and I go to the local beach. I bring food. I tell everyone to bring their lunch, and everyone usually brings something like a treat. Like someone might bring a wrap. Someone might bring, someone's bought like this Lisa's Swedish meatballs. I will usually do a couple of things, like I'll do some dips, maybe my sushi and maybe something else. And we just all come together, and it's so freeing because you're not chained or going to the event for really any other reasons but for the people and nature. Like it's like you kind of, it's what is beautiful about raw foods. It's not, you're not going because someone's paid overheads of a massive amount and you've got massive amounts of catering and you need things. It's just very freeing. But a lot of people that do this just meet up with like one person. Like it doesn't, I say you have to start to make these things take off, you know, build it and they will come. So I will put anyone watching, I'll put Jamie's details underneath after this.
So it's a bit like a potluck?
Well, I do it like that. Some people, I think I've seen Raw Chef Yin sometimes meet at cafes, but Raw Chef Yin is an amazing, like I like to think I'm a great chef, but Raw Chef Yin is like amazing. And I've seen some of the foods that she makes and takes, but I've seen you've done it in cafes as well, Yin, haven't you?
Yeah, I did it once in, I'm sorry, was it for
either go for it, Kiko. I forgot you do it as well.
Okay, Raw Chef Yin, I have seen, and she was so generous. I think it was during the raw bundle, right? And I was so impressed how much she prepared, and it was like for free. I was like, how much did you charge for those people?
So I've done it a couple of ways because I was just testing out to see what works, different formats, because it's free and easy. You can do it in a park, you can do it as a potluck, you can do it at a venue. So the first time I did it, I worked with one of the vegetarian and vegan restaurants. They actually made my raw recipes. I gave them some of my raw recipes, so they made my raw recipes and sold it as a set. And then the second time, I think I did it as a potluck. Yeah, so I brought food, and then I just told everybody, if you don't know how to make something raw, just bring some fruit, you know. And then the third time I thought like, oh, let me try doing a demo, because I thought,
Ooh.
because some people even though when you tell them like, oh, just bring some fruit along, they still feel, I don't know, they just feel like, oh, scared, I don't know what to bring and stuff like that. So I said, okay, what you guys don't need to bring anything, I'll do a demo. So I showed how to make a raw vegan Nutella, raw vegan crackers. But then I realized like, oh, the demo takes up way too much of my time, and too much, it just took a lot of effort and preparation. So I think the next 2 rounds, it went back to being potlucks. And again, I did one like, in the park by the garden, and then I did another potluck at the one of the vegan cafes. They're very supportive, and they're all about building community. So they said like, oh yeah, you can use the space upstairs for free, anyone who comes in. And then I just encourage people to just like buy a smoothie or buy a juice from the cafe. But then I brought the food, and then people also brought food as a potluck. So yeah, that's how I've been doing it so far, just experimenting with different formats, seeing what works. It's really nice to just build the raw vegan community here, because there's so few of us. It's interesting though, most people who come are not. So I met 2 ladies who were raw. They were doing, but they're more doing it for health purposes. They were on Dr. Brooke Goldner's protocol. Yeah. Another guy was also vegan, but he wasn't raw, but he was very curious. And the others are just I think they're just coming for the food. They just want to come and taste my food, which is fine as well. I really enjoy talking to them, mixing around with them, and just sharing the word about raw veganism.
Yeah, I realized how, because like I work all week, and then my Saturdays usually are spent cleaning my apartment, going to the the farmers market, and then Sunday is like my day where I gather myself. And I was like, if I have to do a lot and nobody shows up, but while I build the community and different people come each time, and everyone has such an amazing story, it's such a beautiful thing to do. And I just want to preface here that you can bring your fruit and grab a buddy and start it, because a lot of people will complain that there's no one that's raw vegan around them, but you won't build the community unless you just start. That's what I say. And that's what we're doing here is like build. The more we do this, the more people will see it and feel connected and want to be part of it. So I tried to change the description. I can't do that till after the live, but I can put down in the comments. I don't know where this comment will come up because I am connected to Facebook and YouTube, but I'll write, find Jamie for the raw food meetup here. So I'll put that. I'm not sure where that actually gets. It says YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, I will connect that up after. Kiko, you've done it a couple of times. You look like you do it in cafes. Is that right?
Yeah, for me, my experience is that I've done a few times now, not just with the raw worldwide meetups, but on my own as well. But I realized that there are not too many, like they don't understand what raw vegan means. They might understand vegan. So what I did last time was I hosted at my cafe, because some people who were really interested in raw vegan food, they did not want to prepare anything for them. So, I just opened up my raw cafe, which I usually open Tuesday today. But for that day, I opened just special day. And quite a few people actually turned out. And we had a very interesting conversation. They really enjoyed my food. The thing is that it's a lot of work on my end because
that's what I didn't want to do. I wanted to enjoy it and not be caught up in
right, exactly. I did find someone who was high raw from another the prefecture next to me. So that was a very nice find. So yeah, definitely, I definitely recommend reaching out to that, or even starting, because it's it doesn't cost anything, and you can definitely do picnic or and you never know. I would have never guessed that there would be high raw vegan, or someone who understand what raw vegan means, and I did. So, and they really others who are not raw vegan, they were looking for some healthier way to eat, and they were very inspired by this raw vegan diet. So yeah, that's pretty nice experience, and I will be hosting next one in my cafe again. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. So I just brought up the Raw Food Worldwide Meetups page there. So that's anyone watching, that's the Instagram page. You can message. And as I wanted to say, is it's not like you don't make it fancy. This is the whole thing about the socializing and making of recipes, and when you do meetups, is if you start overdoing things, you'll just end up in this avoidance mode where you like, it's all too stressful. I couldn't do it because it was too much. So I always have my limits. It's like, you've got to, do what you possibly can for your health, but don't make yourself sick over your health type thing. Lila, have you ever gone to the meetups?
I haven't. We clearly don't have any in Finland, but maybe I should create one. Well, we have a raw food association in Finland, which I work in actually. And
wow.
We do have some restaurant meetups, but of course we don't have raw vegan restaurants in Finland, so it's not really ideal. We should come up with something new, or I should come up with something new. But now I'm in Spain actually. Here I find more raw vegan people, so I might even meet a few in the future. I have met a few, but not like these gathering things yet. No.
Yeah, it's I'm about to go to, I'm so excited, to New York, Florida, possibly Canada, and LA. And most of those have raw restaurants. So I feel like I will be like living it up as much as I can, because I've only had gone to one raw restaurant. It was such an amazing experience. And we don't have them here in the whole of Australia. I don't think there's any.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's that. So Kiko, did you want to say something, Kiko?
Oh no, I was just really surprised that there was no raw vegan restaurant in Sydney.
None. There was. Every time I find one, it's like when I first went raw, of course, I was like, where are they? And it was like they just closed, or they closed. And then they're like, there's one in Melbourne, no, it's closed. And then Freely's like, there was one, it's closed. The story is, and I guess I feel like a lot of it might have closed during COVID, but I don't know. But I would love just one raw restaurant, sending it out to the universe, so that, like, whenever you want to do something, there is a place. But I think doing what we're doing here, and also creating meetups, is what gets this going. Is we can't sit and complain we don't have anything without showing up and doing it, like our little part of just in a park or in a cafe, or making a cafe. Like Kiko has her cafe.
Yeah, you guys come and eat at my cafe.
I will be. You're coming over to Australia first, then I'll go to Japan.
Definitely. But she came here. We missed each other, but that time I didn't have my cafe, and I was a bummer. But next, you're gonna have to come back.
Yeah, we were trying so hard to meet. We were like, oh, we could do this day, and then we could do this day, and then maybe we could do this day, but we couldn't get a day together.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're traveling. You have a limited time. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But I was going to say, Kiko, do you want to share a bit about your past with alcohol, and then how you ended up, you cope now socially?
Yeah.
With just, any social event with the raw foods and the not drinking now.
Yeah, thank you. So for me, I never liked the taste of alcohol, and I just, just like Melody was saying, I would order orange juice, but then I would stand out. Like they would always ask me, like, "What are you drinking?" I'm like, "Orange juice," and like, "What?" And now I'm okay. Like people commenting on me because I'm comfortable with it, but it was over time I started to drink what people were drinking. I think people, at the bar, they're not, or friends gathering, they're not really comfortable when just one person is not drinking, right? Because they want to do silly stuff and they don't want anyone sober, I guess. And with that, maybe social pressure, I started drinking. And especially when I was living in New York, I was like drinking a lot. I mean, and I could drink a lot. I don't get drunk easily. So, like, a few bottles, and it was just a norm for me. Then I realized, like, again, like, why am I drinking? It's not even tasty, and it costs more. Now it's a definite no. For me to, if someone gives me a pressure, I'll just say, well, I don't know. If they pressure me a lot, I might say I have an allergy reaction. Yeah. And just like Melody was saying, I don't, when I go to like the interesting, like-minded people's conference, then I like going partying with them. But in general, I don't relate to people who goes out partying. And like I like to be in bed early, and I like to wake up early and enjoy my morning routine. So yeah, I totally understand what Melody was saying on like not being able to relate. Yeah, and thankfully I don't have any social pressure on that at all with my setting. Like I don't. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if that was a good answer.
No, it's perfect. It's just everyone's point of view and how they feel when they're out and how they've coped. And I think just sharing it, it's relatable. We've all been in different situations and how it can, help each other. Lila, what about you in social situations, and did you drink in the past? Sounds like you did.
Yeah, I actually, I think I was an alcoholic. I drank for 10 years, more than once a week. And it was kind of like a way to relax in social situations because I had anxiety. And I think in Finland, it's quite common to be a bit distant and shy. But when you drink, you open up and start talking and laughing and joking, having fun. But sober is like a bit awkward always. That's just our culture. So it's just really common to drink and to be an alcoholic in Finland as well. But I realized I don't want to continue like that. It's like it's getting worse, the anxiety with drinking. Like it's like a cycle. It's not better. You're not getting better socializing or mentally when you drink. It's just an illusion for a moment. So I quit. And I after switching to raw food diet, I got rid of the anxiety anyway. So I started to enjoy socializing and talking and chatting and joking and even partying. I still like partying. I'm still the one that wants to keep going, like until the morning if anyone's interested, talking and dancing. But at this age, my friends are usually more like the going early to bed people. So I don't have anyone to party with anymore, but I would like to a sober party. I don't care if they are drinking, that's fine, but I don't need it anymore.
That's definitely good, and good on you for coming like through the other side and still, like myself, liking if you're in the social situation to to keep going,
Mm.
to enjoy it. I think Raw Chef Yin has left. She's left a message in private chat. So thanks, Yin. So what I was going to say is, so I was very sick most of my life, which I've shared. But I did, if I could get out, I would go out and I would drink, because I was already on a whole lot of medication for pain, but it just numbed pain more. But then I would be in bed for the next week after doing it. And then for like 10 years or something, 10, 15 years, I didn't do anything. But then I became an alcoholic to cope with PTSD. And I stopped alcohol when I found the raw foods. And when I made my Raw Sky website, so ROARSKYE, I built that like a social, where I shop, like to direct that, how I order in restaurants. Like I wanted to live my life. I felt like all I wanted to do was get well. And my goal was so I could talk to people, be what I classified as normal. So that meant that I'd be in situations where there was alcohol. What I've noticed and what I love is, I feel like, especially when I first would go out, is raw foods makes you feel electric and you glow. And I always used to feel like, I don't go out as much now, but like I'm representing the vegetables and the fruit when I go out. Like when people are like, why are you eating that? Like I feel like I become the center of attention when I'm out. And I like that, because I'm like, I'm trying to teach people in the world that, look, what you can still come to these places. I appreciate the architecture in restaurants more, the conversation more. I stay for the view. And then afterwards, instead of going home and going to sleep or having more alcohol, I do things. Like I have a full day, and I feel like I liked being that in social situations. The other thing is I mean, I am 44 this year, but my sister's 40th was like a couple of years back. And I was on the tables dancing with apples in my hand. You can do it. You can do what people do with shot glasses and wine glasses, except I had more balance. I kept going. I never stopped. The conversations I held were on point. There was no slurring. There was no spitting. And I woke up the next day and did running and Pilates. And so it's like, if you want to do it, like you're saying, Lila, you can do it, but at a whole new level. So like if you're out and you're having one of these cocktails or mocktails, you're literally giving your body electricity, right? And so we should be celebrating like, cheers, Kiko, let's go dance because we're full of nutrients, not like let's have a shot, slosh ourselves, damage our liver, make our consciousness not great, self-harm, and like dance like we don't even remember. Like how, like I especially when you first go raw, you guys can probably relate. You're like, how did society get to this point where like the celebrations are numbings and poisonings? And I'm very accepting people are on their journey, but my journey is to dance on tables with apples, go to Bali, go to clubs and have shots of coconut and be dancing for ages and like represent the food. So like, I love it, but that's my personality. Like that video you sent me, Kiko, of that little boy dancing out of like nobody's watching, and I'm like, that is me.
But did you notice that behind him, everyone was trying to follow him?
Yeah, because he was having fun.
Yeah,
Person on the table dancing for hours with an apple. People go, "What is with this? What am
They're
I
jealous.
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
But you know, I do remember one time, like quite often I don't drink at all, and I love dancing. You know, I love partying late at night. Sometime, right? Not every night, but sometime. And I remember one night, a guy was saying like, "Oh my gosh, what is she taking? Like, she must be taking something, you know, hardcore drugs or something." And they thought that I was wasted. Like, because I was like so high, wasted, like they thought I was too high, so everyone was like, what is she taking? And I had not even a single alcohol, and they were so quite impressed that, you know, I could be so high without any alcohol in me. But yeah, it's true, there's no crush without alcohol, so you've got more energy to dance and
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely do. We need to have a party and show people what it's about. Like, can you imagine us like laying out durian and then hibiscus tea cocktails and like talking about how we're like, you know, nourishing and electrifying our body as we like dance, and like you feel more confident in the clothes you wear because you have looked after yourself. Like, you know, and that's another reason why you dance like no one's watching, because I've looked after myself. I'm not worried about like awkward bits on my body because I'm like, I've like spent years looking after myself. So it's like this win-win-win. But I get what you're saying, Kiko, where if you have to find, I think, your mindset before you go. And as I was saying, like when I went raw, I realized I'd be in these situations and I'd worked out my role was going to be like, I'm representing what people can be, they can do. But if you're, especially if you become weakened, and this is why I usually go to an event, and I know I said earlier that I will stay long, but usually I'm like a burst of energy for the first 4 hours. When everyone around me sloshed, I leave. Because I'm like, no one notices that I'm gone. Everyone only remembers the first part of the night anyway. And they're like, oh, did you go? They assume I was doing that the whole night because their consciousness and brain taps out. So I'm like, no, I come in, boom, and you guys are like going for like ages and you don't even remember. But you wake up in the morning, and I've done this when I was younger, is you look in your phone or your, back then it was your wallet, and you spend all this money and you do not remember. Like it's like checking like when, you know, at midnight you've got money out and gone and got more drinks because you thought it was a good idea. Not a good idea. So
One of the best parties I remember is, when I think about party, it's always outdoor. Like I don't enjoy the clubbing indoor. Some of the party on the beach and DJ outdoors and no smoke. And those are the best one. Those are the one that I can remember. And yeah.
Isn't it because we're like vibing with nature? Like the electricity I get from like nature, and
Yeah.
like juices like and cocktails like nature's essence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we need to have like, I'm going to Thailand next year. We need to all meet in Thailand or something and go to a beach. Are there full moon parties? I know a lot of people like.
Oh my God. Is it like is it for event or what's the purpose?
Yes. So mum and dad, here's me. This is so me. Mum and dad are like, we're doing like we usually do like one family trip a year, and next year's like Thailand. And I'm like, first thing I do is go, who lives in Thailand? And I know Tony does. So I'm actually talking to Tony in a couple of days. We're trying to put together a retreat for over there. So I will go with family. Yay.
Sorry, I have to go. Thanks
That's all
for
right.
this nice event.
Thanks for joining us, Lila.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There we go. So I'm so as soon as I love Tony. Tony's one of the first. Do you know who Tony Jessup is?
No.
She has the Rawlicious. She's Rawlicious.
Oh, the British lady?
She's blonde. Yes. She lives in Thailand.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes. So I adore her. She's one of these first people I followed and connected with, like when I was like a young new influencer as a raw vegan. And and I knew she lived there, and I've always wanted to connect with her. So we're going to try and do a retreat off the back of my holiday. So it should be the start of June, that retreat, if anyone listening is interested, because it's a great place to do it because it's not expensive.
Where in Thailand? Which part?
I will let you know. We don't like she's got, first thing came to her head, she's like, I know the place I want to do it, but I don't know whether the girl got back to her. But she's done many retreats over there.
Cool.
So, but like the idea, it's like Thailand or Bali in my head is like, I mean, I could spend a couple of days just going off into the jungle, grabbing some durian off trees, dancing in waterfalls, being a fairy.
Yeah. Melodie, have you been to Thailand before?
No, I never went in another continent than Europe yet. I have a passport for not that long now, And I'm still a bit afraid to go that far alone. I would like to be with someone to go because it's a long trip in the plane and everything. So I'm a little bit like I'm not really used to plane. I only took it like 3 times in my life to go in the south of Spain. So it was a little trip, like 2 hours on the plane. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, if you have friends waiting for you, that might make it easier.
Yeah, but even in the plane, it's so long. It's like if it's 12 hours, what I'm gonna do alone in 12 hours?
You sleep, Melody. You sleep in the airplane so that you have more energy when you arrive.
I'm sure I couldn't sleep in this kind of transport. It's a bit scary, the plane.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. But what you do when you're on it is you think about where you're going. Like that's because I actually do agree that I have not had great experience traveling as a raw foodist, but I think that that's only because of my health. I think I'm really sensitive to. There's a lot of nuclear energy that comes off from airports and planes,
Yeah,
and when you're only on, well, you try and have just fruit to hydrate, which helps, but then it's like being like you just. I get usually my trigeminal neuralgia. I'm about to go to New York, and I'm like, I will take it as I go. So I'm pre-planning to take fruit, salady things, like everything, what my body needs, I'll have with me. So she starts.
What
So
are
this
you?
Royal just Tony says she's looking to start a raw international community in Thailand. She's amazing. She's like beautiful soul. She has that beautiful energy. That would be amazing. I think like in truth, I could go live in Thailand. As in like if I was to live anywhere without further thought, as in, you could just rent places. There's people who are raw in Thailand. I could still coach from Thailand. I could do YouTube from Thailand. Anywhere else, I feel like there'd be more thought that would have to go into that. But like mum's like, when are you coming back? I'm like, well, I don't know. I could just do back-to-back things over there. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be a ticket that I come back later.
Oh my God, that should be fun. Yeah, look you. And do you know when? Around when? Would it be
So
summer
funny.
time?
Yeah, no, it's May, June. So mum gives me dates and they go in one ear and out the other. But I'm sure it's May, June that we go. And then so it'll be like June that will be the retreat. But like I feel like that's a place, if I enjoyed it, that you could stay a while. Like it's not hard it's not going to, because Australia dollar is not the best. But it's not over expensive. Like you can get cheaper fruit. There's probably a lot of people you could connect with and just even stay with a bit in between doing retreats or something. I don't think it'd be a hard place to be, is what I kind of allude to. Like, if I move to London or Japan or like New York, or I feel like you'd need to like, there's not going to be a lot of support there from raw vegans. You're not going to know. Like, I just feel like, if you've got trees around you, you're happy.
Well, you've got support from me in Japan.
Yes, I do. That's true. Anyway, I may on the way back from that come and visit you.
Oh, cool.
Like whether it's before that or after that, that makes sense. I think. I don't know. Mum's was a travel agent. She can think about that. I might do around the world raw vegan international tour, raw sky on tour around the world.
Oh my God, so nice. That's great. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Ruby said, do winters in Thailand. That's not a bad idea, actually. Which is essentially what I'll be doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for you. Yeah. For me, I usually go during I've gone to Thailand quite a few times, and yeah, definitely my favorite time is to visit during the winter time in Japan and enjoy the tropical fruits there.
Oh, I'll probably feel like it's like a wonderland, right? Because even in Bali, I was supposed to meet up with Jeff Juices, but I wasn't well on the last day. Probably ate too much durian. But what I was trying to say is I was still buying a lot from supermarkets and not much and from the side of the road, not getting into the jungle. But I feel like when I get to Thailand, I'm going to be like right in there, like freshly picked. Know the people that I need to get it off. Though Mum keeps saying that there's a buffet in the hotel. She's like, it's included. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'll be out in the bushes. I'm into the jungle, bringing my own durian in. So, where would you travel to anywhere in the world, Melodie, if you could travel there?
That's a very hard question because there is so much amazing places for the fruits, as you said, but also for kind of magical places. I would like to see the places where the energy is the highest, like
ley lines.
Like vortex places where there is like energy vortex where you can just connect with yourself in an amazing way. And I actually started to do it when I went in Bosnia. I was I went to the pyramids. They discovered there was pyramids there, hidden, and so I went to volunteer to help for the pyramids on the archaeological site. And the energy was really, really special, and it really helped me to reconnect with myself in a very hard time. And so this kind of places, or what can really make me want to come to really feel this, it's like magic, and yeah, it's very special.
We have so many of those places in Japan, and like a power spot. Like they even have quite a few books of power spots. And because we have like shrines and temples, and usually shrines and temples are like surrounded by nature. And yeah, a lot of people are visiting those power spots. Yeah, and I feel like, yeah, it's not quite like Americans don't talk about this, but like every Japanese people would know about this, like so-called power spots. Yeah.
Would be called
So Mount Fuji in Japan is seen as a portal between worlds. It says the Bosnian pyramids is a controversial site where people report healing and EMF frequency anomalies. This is really interesting because I've always been fascinated by these places, but imagine being there on raw foods. Like you feel it at a different level, hey?
Yeah, it's very inside the tunnels. It's just crazy. It's like you really are somewhere else than on Earth, or on Earth, but a long time ago, before there were all the how we call it, all the waves, all the stuff, electrical stuff, and it's like you're experiencing what it was to be on Earth on a time where you could be naturally connected to the nature, everything, because there was no interference in the air.
Yeah, so I have this theory, especially when I first got well, it was so strong inside me that how we evolved in dense energy, like machines and computers and like medicine, and how we should have evolved in light and sound energy, and that we as humans cannot really even comprehend what those energy fields that would have supported like life and consciousness are like we call them subtle energies, but they're stronger, and they're the subtle energies that run the human body, yet we rely on dense energies. And yeah, that's amazing, Melodie. I think I need to go to some of these places. I was just looking at some of them.
Yeah, on this site where there is the pyramids, they created a park with a lot of infrastructure, like structure about spiritual activities, like big I don't know how we call it, but like a circle. You have to walk the circle in kind of a meditative way, and you have a lot of different little things that you can do like that. Also, like a pyramid, and you have to go on it, and there is another pyramid on the top, and you go here, and you have to kind of connect, and the structure is doing something. So there's different stuff to do in the park. It's really amazing, really.
Wow. I remember when oh, sorry.
Oh no, were there many people?
Yeah, there is a lot of people coming from around the world, and it's crazy because the people who are going to volunteer to help on the site, because we have to remove all the rocks inside the tunnels to succeed to go inside the pyramids, which is still not a thing. And so people come from around the world, and it's crazy because everybody volunteering has their own story, like magical story, how they just be attracted by this place. Even me, I have a special story about that. It's like we all have been called to come at some point, and it's really crazy.
That's interesting because here in Japan, like this again, like the power sport, like Japanese people in general, they love it, and so there are books and people talk about it, and then once there are too many people goes to that sport, like I feel like the energy just kind of drops. So I mean, it looks like that this place in Bosnia is like well organized and like more spiritual way.
Yeah, maybe it's supporting that there is this side, and also because it's attracting a lot of people who are actually already connected spiritually. So it's just reinforcing the place. I didn't met people who are not at least very open about that there. So there is something about that too. Like that's funny how it happens.
Yeah, you don't want to be becoming a tourist spot and a key ring and a t-shirt, and like that destroys the energy, right? So it's like that's a balancing act in itself.
Yeah, exactly.
All the secret spots, right? It's all the secret spots all over the world that we need to go visit and not tell everybody about. Keep it to my YouTube channel, our YouTube channels.
Well,
so
I usually talk about the pyramids because if more people can volunteer there, we could go faster to discover the inside of the pyramid. So we need more people to help.
Well, hopefully people will go. The right people will go. It will open. Everything unlocks in divine timing. So it will unlock when it was meant to unlock.
Yeah, for sure.
The right consciousness. I remember when I was really sick and I used to watch all of these like healing type YouTube videos. And the best healing YouTube videos I watched when I was sick that are like literally burnt in my brain, I can never find again. It was this amazing documentary on how in Egypt, how when somebody started to feel off, like I'm assuming before they get gut issues and brain fog, and there was never autoimmune diseases, because they go to this like chamber where there was, I don't know what these people were called, but they'd recalibrate people with sound waves. So they'd stand in like a dome type thing, and these people would, I can't remember exactly what it was called, but like ding something and like recalibrate the human body, because we'd come out of like sync. So bye Ruby, thanks for joining. And I wish I could find it because I think it's so fascinating. And I think when you've really worked on yourself, that you spend time in nature, you're exercising, you put good food in, and then to have a recalibration feels like just what I need.
Yeah.
A little bit of a tune-up.
Yeah.
Which is probably what people get from these sites that they visit, right?
Yeah. A lot of people go for the healing properties, and yeah.
Yes, that would be so cool. Imagine you could just travel the world to all of the best world healing sites and just like heal hop, heal and toe, heal and hop. Just hop around the world healing. That's what we all should be doing.
It should be the normal way to be in our environments.
It should be like when someone comes to Australia, I know where all the healing spots are here. And when I go over to Spain or France or Japan, is you guys know, and we're like the secret keepers of the healing spots. Well, I think the beach across the road's pretty good. I feel like I've done a lot of healing there. And then, like, I feel like in the end, at the end of the day, when I healed in my darkest hour, I used, when you have nothing but what is right in front of you, the strength in nature, no matter where you are, is so immense. It doesn't matter where you are. Like, even, like, as I said, I've talked about when I've been in psychiatric units and they don't let you out for weeks and you get a little courtyard. You make sure each day you take your shoes off and your feet get in that dirt. And then they think you're crazier, but you need something. Like, power of nature, no matter where you are in the world, is incredible. So we should enjoy. Can I ask, Kiko, what are you doing there? You look like you're, I don't know what's going on. You like serve people.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No.
I'm preparing for tomorrow's raw party.
Yes, anybody watching, we're backing up this part. We are party chicks. Kiko and I are crazy party girls. We're backing this up in it's like 12 hours time.
I mean, you asked the perfect question because we are announcing for our next party.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm preparing something that it doesn't quite taste right, so I'm just adding and adding. We'll see. I have to dehydrate it, so we'll see what comes out. But yeah.
I'm sure it will be amazing. Mine's a little crazy. We've got an experimental raw party tomorrow. So this was the Europe leg of the party. And then we go and have sleep, or we stay up all night drinking mocktails. And then we just, we have this experimental party tomorrow. And I loved it that Daniel McKinnon reached out, and I'm like, yes, as if it would be an experimental raw party without you here. So he's the man who does the purple and blue and pink recipes. So
every time so inspired by everyone's recipe, and it really helps me for my cafe. Then I get inspired.
Yeah, I learn when I do like the raw vegan bundle, and at these parties, I learn so much. It's so incredible, actually, when a whole group of people with so much knowledge on the same topic come together, because it's always different. Like, what they have that's kind of like we're talking about these secret, sacred healing spots. I feel like nature's infusing us where we are with our information, and we get to come to these parties and share that. And on that topic, what are we doing for the theme for next month? For the Europe party? Melodie, what are you thinking?
I don't know. There's so much possibilities, but lately I've made like a little appetizers that was very, very good, and I was like, could be something that I can present, for example. So it could be like hand food, like food that you can eat with your hand, for example.
That's a great idea.
It is. It is. It's really helping. I feel like, well, I'm going to go buy fancy glasses and do that for myself more, because it is the feeling you get when you hold like a nice drink, because it's like self-care. Nice drink, do a face mask, have a hot shower, put your favorite song on, light a candle. I feel very relaxed thinking about that. I could do sky spas. So I like that appetizer idea. I've never done the appetizer one. I think I've done an ebook in a bundle. I put in a recipe for an appetizer. Oh, I did. That was a raw vegan bundle a couple of years back. I did actually back then. Then I did. I froze cabbage rolls and filled them with avocado, grated carrot, some cabbage, a bit of this, like, I think it was like a sweet savory sauce. It was meant to be like the rice paper rolls, basically, because when you freeze the cabbage leaves, they go like rice paper rolls. And I did that. It was for an ebook, but then that's only a gift for the people who buy the bundles that get those secret recipes. So yeah, that's a good topic. We'll do appetizers. I like that. Are we going to say something, Kuko? or Melody?
I
What's
just
Sorry.
said that it's a great idea.
It is a great idea. So
Are
what
we,
does everybody?
Are we done? Are we
Sorry?
almost done? Because I will have to go soon. So are we almost
Yeah,
done?
yeah. We usually go for 2 hours, but everyone's been falling away, so we can wind this up. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Kiko. Thank you, Melody.
Yeah. Thank you to hosting us and giving us the
Yeah, thanks.
opportunity to.
You're very, very welcome, and everybody watching. I'll get these hours right. It's in almost exactly 12 hours time. We will have the Raw Vegan American Party live with all experimental recipes. So yeah, so join that as well.
Yay.
All right, guys. I will
Bye.
see you soon. Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.